Hi ladies and gentlemen, today is tracing the photo on plexiglass. You need your photograph. Please fold it exactly in half vertically and horizontally. The plexiglass that you will clean, it should have crosshairs drawn in Sharpie, a wet and dry paper towel, and masking tape. Since this unit is really difficult, you're going to simplify it by making a tracing of all the major obvious areas. Eventually this tracing will become photocopied and it will help you draw on your final. So first, most of the plexiglasses have a picture on it by a previous student, so it's VisiVis marker. All you need to do is wipe it off with a wet paper towel, probably on both sides, and then take a dry paper towel and clean it. And you'll see the vertical and horizontal lines are still there because those are in Sharpie. If your glass doesn't have it, then get a new piece that does. Or if I'm there, you can ask me and I will retrace it in Sharpie. Now, since this is somebody else's previous example, the vertical and horizontal lines are already drawn on the photo. Please don't do that unless I'm there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to line up the folds with the plexiglass, and then you're going to tape it so that the vertical and horizontal folds line up with the vertical and horizontal crosshairs on the plexiglass. There. Now what you're going to do is you're going to grab a VisiVis marker. It looks like this. It means a wet erase. It means you can take a wet paper towel to clean up any areas that you make mistakes on. Now, the goal. Wherever there is a very obvious dark next to light edge, so for example on the sash of this dress or by her arm or on the shoulder, wherever there's an obvious edge, you're going to draw an obvious outline. Now, I am having this face me while I'm tracing it, so when I'm looking at it during the demonstration, it's from my angle. So if you're like, wait, it doesn't exactly line up, at the end, when I put it down flat and it's looking at the camera, you'll be able to see I did trace it exact. So whenever there's an obvious edge, you're gonna do a hard outline. As you can see, the light of the hair meets the dark background. However, whenever there's an not too obvious edge, you do dots or dashes where you're like, I kind of can see it, but I can't quite exactly see it, but it's a detail I need to notice. That's when you're going to see me do dots or dashes. And then for hair, you don't want to shade in and show every single detail. You just want to show the major sections of light and dark. Now under this area of the chin, there's a dark shadow, but it's not a hard edge. So again, I'm going to represent it with dots or dashes. And I always tilt it toward myself as I'm tracing it because it's important that I see it from my point of view and that I trace it accurately. I'm going to just tell you right now that whenever you have areas that have small details like the eyes, eyebrows, eyelid line, the nostrils, you probably want to do as best you can to do small, tiny little dots instead of doing a hard outline, or else it's going to be a little bit confusing later on when you use this. And again, for the line of the lips, I'm doing dots and dashes because I'm trying to indicate that it's very 3D. Whenever there's an obvious line, you outline it. Whenever there's not an obvious line, you can put dots or dashes. It's going to keep on going, so when you're done, what you'll do is you will take a ruler and you will trace the edge, so don't take it off the plexiglass yet. Make sure that you trace the vertical and horizontal sides, and then write your name on the front. You will remove the tape from your picture when you take the picture off the back. Do not get rid of the photo and do not clean off the plexiglass. I'm going to make a photocopy for you to draw from. Leave it in the pile up front. Good luck.